General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason is protecting Sasha at Michael's request, viewing this as a task rather than a relationship with personal significance. Michael believes Jason is the only one who can keep Sasha safe, especially as she faces many dangers and uncertainties. However, while Jason excels at fulfilling his role, he has no interest in the romantic situation Sasha finds herself in. For him, this is merely a responsibility, not a real relationship. But it is Jason's cold and distant demeanor that unexpectedly draws Sasha into a new, complicated situation. In order to maintain protection and avoid potential risks, a marriage contract is proposed and officially confirmed. This not only creates a shocking event in Sasha's life but also makes everything more tense than ever. A marriage without love, built on the foundations of duty and protection, could have unpredictable consequences. Sasha knows that Jason has no romantic feelings for her, but being bound by a marriage contract prevents her from seeking her own path. Meanwhile, Jason, though uninterested in romance, must now bear an additional responsibility, one that he never desired. This event has sparked a strong reaction in Port Charles. Michael, who proposed this plan, may soon realize that he has created a complex situation he cannot control. Those close to Jason will also have different thoughts about him entering a loveless marriage. Most importantly, how will Sasha react when faced with an uncertain future? This event not only affects Jason and Sasha but could also create rifts in other relationships. Can a marriage based solely on obligation lead to real feelings, or will it be a dangerous misstep? The answer will gradually be revealed as General Hospital continues to bring tense and surprising developments. Don't miss out, as this is just the beginning, and a real storm may be waiting ahead. Jason and Sasha are preparing to enter a calculated marriage where love is not the deciding factor, but strategies and control are most important. This is not a romantic marriage or one born from sincere emotions, but a purposeful arrangement aimed at achieving certain goals, whether it be protection, power, or securing safety for both. However, as this marriage begins, the rules and boundaries both Jason and Sasha set start to spiral out of control. At first, they only thought this was a temporary arrangement, a collaboration to help Sasha avoid danger while maintaining Jason's image. But as control increases, and both are forced to adjust their actions to fit the role of a legal couple, things become more complicated than ever. Sasha, who is accustomed to freedom, begins to feel trapped in a marriage with no escape. She knows Jason has no intention of developing a real relationship with her, but the constant closeness and the need to present themselves as the perfect couple in front of others begin to unsettle her. Can she continue to see this as a mere agreement, or will complex emotions start to emerge? For Jason, who always maintains control in every situation, this time he begins to realize that things are not as simple as he thought. The more he tries to keep his distance, the more he is pulled into Sasha's world. This fake marriage seems to have created a bond that even he cannot deny. The harder he tries to maintain control, the more complicated everything becomes. Those around them begin to question the authenticity of this marriage, and as rumors spread, the pressure on Jason and Sasha mounts. They must not only protect their secret but also face emotions they never thought would arise. Will this marriage lead to a real relationship, or is it just a risky, calculated plan? As things become uncontrollable, what will Jason and Sasha do to maintain their stance? Their story is entering a dramatic phase, where limits are tested and emotional barriers are becoming more apparent. General Hospital is slowly revealing one of its most complicated and intriguing stories, and it has only just begun. Willow accidentally discovers the shocking truth about the marriage contract between Jason and Sasha, a truth she never imagined would involve those closest to her. As details are revealed, Willow realizes that this marriage was not born out of love, but is simply a strategic arrangement. This is not an emotional decision, but a carefully planned tactic to protect the secrets behind the scenes. At first, Willow cannot understand why Jason would agree to such an arrangement. Jason is typically someone who doesn't let emotions interfere with his work, but this still feels unbelievable to her. Jason seems to be just fulfilling his duty to protect Sasha at Michael's request, but if that's true, what made this marriage so important that they had to hide it from everyone? Willow feels there is something else hidden behind it, and she decides to dig deeper. But then, the biggest shock comes when Willow discovers the truth behind it all. Michael is the father of the child Sasha is carrying. At this moment, Willow's world seems to collapse. This is not just a secret, but a deep betrayal. She had placed absolute trust in Michael, thinking he was always honest with her, but now she realizes that he kept the most important truth of their lives hidden from her. Willow can't understand why Michael would conceal this. Did he think she wouldn't accept the truth? Or perhaps the relationship between Michael and Sasha isn't truly over? Willow feels deceived, not just by Michael but also by Sasha. She had once considered Sasha a friend, someone she could trust, but now Sasha has become part of a deceitful plan to protect this secret. What hurts Willow the most is that this truth has been hidden right under her nose all this time. Michael and Sasha kept quiet, while Jason played the role of a shield to cover it all up. Willow's anger erupts as she confronts Michael. She demands an explanation, but is there any excuse that can soothe this hurt? Michael may try to explain that he only wanted to protect everyone, but Willow knows there is a big difference between protection and deceit. Could it be that Michael feared Willow would leave him if she knew the truth, or does he still have feelings for Sasha? Meanwhile, Sasha also faces a difficult battle. She never intended to hurt Willow, but now everything has spiraled out of control. She knows that no matter how she explains it, she won't be able to regain Willow's trust. The marriage contract with Jason was once a solution to protect herself and the child, but now it has become a stain that costs her everything. Jason, who always maintains a calm demeanor, cannot stand by this time. He never liked being involved in complicated emotional situations, but now he is a crucial part of this crisis. Jason may not have feelings for Sasha, but by participating in this plan, he has unwittingly pushed Willow into a situation she can't escape from. The effects of this secret don't just affect Michael, Willow, Jason, and Sasha, they also cause a domino effect across Port Charles. Carly, who always defends her son, will surely stand by Michael, but will she be able to convince Willow to forgive him? Nina, who was once shunned for the secrets she kept, might seize this opportunity to prove that Michael is no better than her. The situation becomes more complicated when Willow begins to question her future. Can she continue to be with Michael knowing he has kept such an important truth from her? Can she face Sasha without feeling betrayed? And most importantly, if Willow leaves Michael, will she find the same feelings she once had for him, or will this be the turning point that leads her back to an old choice, or even a completely new person? This storm has only just begun, and its consequences could change the entire dynamics in Port Charles. Every relationship is on the brink of collapse, and no one knows what will happen next. Willow may forgive, or she may make a decision that changes everything. And if she leaves Michael, could that be the chance for a new romance to begin? The battle between Willow and Carly has truly erupted, and Jason and Sasha are now facing serious consequences from their own actions. Things have spiraled out of control as the truth about Jason and Sasha's marriage contract is exposed, creating a storm that everyone in Port Charles cannot ignore. This battle is not just a contest of wits between two powerful women but also a brutal test for Jason and Sasha, who now must bear the intense backlash from both Willow and Carly. Willow, after discovering the secret about the marriage contract and the truth about Sasha's child, feels brutally betrayed. She is not just angry that Michael, the man she loves, kept the truth from her, but also that Sasha, whom she considered a friend, was part of this deception. Angry and hurt, Willow decides not to let everything pass without confronting those involved. She begins to act decisively and unrelentingly, forcing everyone around her to be cautious with their every move. Meanwhile, Carly cannot sit idly by when she sees Jason, whom she considers the closest person to her, caught up in this fight. Carly is known for her decisiveness and authority within the Corinthos family, but this time, she feels Jason has failed to do his part. Carly feels betrayed and is preparing to take aggressive steps to force Jason to choose between loyalty to his family and his responsibility to Sasha. Carly knows that if this issue is not resolved, everything will go too far, and she cannot let that happen. The battle between Willow and Carly is making everything more tense than ever, but this is just one part of the story. As these two women continue to apply pressure on Jason and Sasha, other forces in Port Charles begin to see an opportunity to strike. Jason's old enemies, those with grudges against him from the past, may take advantage of this situation to seek revenge. This means that Jason and Sasha must not only deal with those close to them but also prepare for unexpected attacks from enemies they never anticipated. Sasha, although she signed the marriage contract with Jason just to protect herself and her unborn child, now realizes she is trapped in a dangerous game from which there is no escape. She must not only face Willow's anger but also endure pressure from Carly, who may do anything to protect her family. Although Jason has always been her protector, Sasha understands that their lives are no longer as simple as before. What was initially just a protective arrangement has now become a storm they can't stop. However, the most dangerous thing is that the escalation of these situations could lead to an even bigger shock. Willow may not just leave Michael but may turn her back on everyone in her family. She could seek to expose the truth and use all her power to reclaim what she feels was taken from her. And if Carly, who has always stood by her family, starts to feel that Jason is ruining her relationship with Michael, will she be able to stand still and accept it? Both Jason and Sasha are now faced with an extremely important decision. Can they continue living in this complicated situation, or will they have to face unavoidable changes? Everyone understands that life in their world is never easy, but this has truly gone beyond the limits. As Willow and Carly confront each other, how much will the relationship between Jason and Sasha be tested? Will the secrets and truths being kept hidden change everything? A big storm is coming, and Jason and Sasha's decisions will determine whether they can survive this storm.